So what I have today is a guitar body. It's a Telecaster shaped guitar body, custom made, all made by hand by me. All of it is made from found or reclaimed wood. So none of it was wood that I purchased particularly for this project. It's all wood that I reclaimed from various sources. Some of it was found, some of it was left over from cabinet maker's inventory, but it's all found and reclaimed wood. I did try to keep some natural variations and some of the individuality of the specific pieces of wood that it's made out of. So this is not by any stretch a pristine, perfect, comes out of a custom shop kind of guitar. It has some of the individuality of the pieces of wood, and that's a choice that I made. So as we're going through the video here, first I'll just give an overview of what it is, talk about some of the specific design choices that went into it. There are some imperfections or some things that I want to make sure are known to any potential buyers, and then also a few things that I've chosen not to do yet to the guitar. So as I said, it is made entirely out of reclaimed wood. The top is oak. It's dyed like a cranberry red color. I hope that comes through on the video. A cranberry red color, and it's finished in gloss lacquer, and it's carved around the edges, so you can see the carve on the body. So all around the edges, hand carved it with an angle grinder. You can see it most sort of up there at the neck pocket. You can see where the carve of the body is. You can see it on the horn there as well. And the center stripe is cherry, so most of it is oak, and the center stripe is cherry. I really like the way the green turned out on the guitar. Again, this is all found wood, so I'm trying to piece it together the best I can. But in the cutout, you can see the green really sort of shapes the cutout very nicely, and it kind of radiates out from the cutout. And also on the upper bout, the grain follows the shape of the upper bout nicely, so it almost looks intentional. Again, I was just trying to do my best to get it to fit, the pieces of wood to fit the guitar, but I think that grain worked out quite nicely. You can feel a little bit of the grain through the lacquer, so the lacquer is not so thick that it's perfectly smooth. You can even see a little bit of that on the light reflection on the guitar, that you can see that the feeling of the grain is going to come through. That's a choice. You can certainly, if you'd like to put more lacquer on it and smooth it out, that would be up to you. The body is 1 5/8 thick at the edges, 1 5/8 inches thick at the edges, and it's 1 7/8 inches thick at the center where it's the thickest. This body weighs 4 pounds 8 ounces according to the kitchen scale I've got. The neck pocket is 2 3/6 inches wide, and the depth of that pocket is 5/8 of an inch. You can see it's routed for a humbucker and a standard T-style pickup for the bridge, and it's drilled for 2 potentiometers and a 5-way switch. The core, so that's the top. The core of the body, which you can see in the sides, is pine, and again, it is all found pine or reclaimed pine. And the core is also chambered for weight reduction, and I'll show you a little bit more about that in a minute. So it's kind of it's a hollow body guitar. The back is different pieces of oak, and it's dyed brown, and you can see there's some spalting on the oak. There are some insect trails, so some of the natural character of the oak on the back is also available. All right, so that's kind of an overview of what the guitar is. Design choices, you saw already that you can see the pieces of pine that the core of the body is made out of. I chose to leave those available. I think with the brown Kita dye, it ends up looking kind of like a nice golden honey color, so I like the way that looks. Of course, if you prefer to recover that with a different color, that would be something you could easily do. Just sand off the edges and refinish that. The other thing that I did that is, I think, kind of interesting. So I made the whole back, or half the back of the guitar removable. Get the screws out. Partly to give access to the electronic area. So if you're going to put as you put pickups or switches or everything there, you got plenty of access to everything that is on the guitar. Also, I don't know if this is coming through backwards on the video, but my maker's label, Dry Bones Guitars, and this is serial number 2 of the ones that I'm making. You can see that label in there. But you can also see how the body is chambered. It's hollow on this side, and if you can see in there, you can see it's hollowed, it's chambered throughout. So partly I just wanted to see how this would work out. I think it worked out pretty well, and I think it does give you a lot of easy access to any of the to any electronics. I'll leave that off for the rest of the video, but I'll of course include all the screws all for that. Now, imperfections. This is handmade guitar. Serial number 2 means I have not made a lot of handmade guitars. So there are a few issues, and again, I want to make sure any buyer is aware of them. Number 1, on the neck cover here, or on the neck, the mount, there is a little nick here. When I was grinding with the grinder, I ended up nicking that a tiny bit. I think when you put a neck on the guitar, you might see a tiny little bit of the fact that the neck doesn't line up perfectly with where it mounts up to. The neck mounting screw holes, I did end up drilling them in a slightly wrong place, and so I had to fill with a dowel and filler. So you will see a little filler on here, and these bits of the filler will slightly show out of a standard neck plate. So I'm aware of that. I wish I had put those in the right place, but it is what it is.